All right, hello. I almost hit go live, or I did hit go live, and almost started talking, but I was like, wait, my settings are probably bad, so I quickly fixed that. Don't have to walk through that stuff. But hello, everybody. We're back with a surprise legacy stream, courtesy of none other than Jamie Jamie WVH on Blue Sky, and on Twitch he's JWVH with like a bunch of numbers after it. Let me see if I can pull those up. Shout out him. We'll pull this over here real quick. Shout out Jamie. JWVH 10665 on Twitter, or on Twitch, sorry. Jamie WVH on Blue Sky. He's got VODs over here. You can find all the socials on his Blue Sky page here. But he has been playing this very innovative new version of the old Exploding Kittens list. He wrote a little like mini primer on it too that was over there on his Blue Sky page. Talking about the newest update to the list, which is basically adding Starfield Shepherd into the old red white exploding kitten strategy, the red white DNT list with Johnny Bombardiers, sideboard red blast, stuff like that. But I was really excited. I really liked just like watching this list. The DNT Discord has been pretty happy with it. They've been seeing a lot of good success. So obviously, I was actually a huge red white supporter back in like 2024 when it was first popping off. I brought it over black white to Eternal Weekend 2024 just because I thought it was really well positioned, but then it ended up getting like top 8 and top 16 and like another one in top 32 or something like that. It was really, really cool. And then it kind of faded away with a number of things happening. Psychic Frog ban, meaning that there were less blue cards around. Uh, the inevitable Magus the Moon, Urza Saga interaction nerf. Overlord just kind of solidifying itself as like this monstrous late game presence. Kind of this deck fell off to the wayside a little bit, but some innovative thinking, some like pseudo Overlord interaction with Philia Starfield Shepherd, as well as like Starfield Shepherd is another cheap thing with a giant CMC for Broadside Bombardiers. Jamie has seemed to breathe some life back into the archetype, and I'm definitely excited to try it out and play some Legacy. Dual Commander feeling a little samey. Just like I could boot up another Cloud League. I'll play probably some Philia soon in Dual Commander, but I just was seeing this list and seeing people talk about it, and I wanted to dip my toes in. And during this like transitional period where I'm here in this apartment and things aren't solid in my schedule, I don't have anything consistent yet. I'm trying to stream like close to my regular time slot. I'm like 45 minutes late, but I'm also 2 hour time zone difference. So. Anyway, if you want to like read about a bunch of the deck decisions, again, his primer is over on Blue Sky, but like Starfield, the main thesis is literally just Starfield Shepherd, a couple Starfield Shepherd like hits here, Pride, Guide Pride, Pixie, Curious Farmer on the sideboard, Kraza, aka Spider Punk. Other than that, it's just like a pretty stock old red white list, so not a lot to say here. A lot less on Magus the Moon, but I think that's just acknowledging that Magus of the Moon's power level has definitely dropped for a variety of reasons. But nice to have access to one as a tutor target in situations where you still get to lock them out. Anyway, let's get started. For some reason, I usually pop out chat from my second monitor and drag it off to like the side of my monitor here where no one can see it, so I can like keep focus over here towards the camera. But for some reason, it just refuses to pop out right now, so I have to like look over here to see chat. So a little bit disorienting. I want to see as much as I want to see Philly. I want to see Red D&T even more. Hell yeah, we'll get to Philly too though. Oh, we're playing against the Dredge guy, Moth's Van Gogh. This list does not seem well equipped to fight against Dredge. Although I don't know if Mothos is on like he's usually on like the harder blue like cantripy Dredge list where these red blasts might actually be good. We'll see. We'll get a taste in game one at least. I can't imagine it gets much better for us than like Solitude, Plow, main deck our Lion Session, our hand here in terms of playing against Dredge. And a Wasteland too, in case there's like a whatever the hell that card's name is. Coliseum? Cephalid Coliseum? There we go. Also on this Mold of 4, I'm just going to wasteland any mana producing land if he has one. It doesn't just like LED Faithless Looting blow me up. I thought some streamer said that he would never come back to Legacy. I would challenge you to find a clip of me saying that. I feel like I said a lot of times, I will certainly play Legacy again. I think I'm gonna lead Wasteland here to like disincentivize Surveil fetching. I don't think I'm going to be holding up this plow. There may I don't think I said it. Maybe I'm wrong. He's got a lot of lands for a Moldifor, huh? I mean, you just said that the format was bad. I did, and it was, and now it's a lot better. I mean, I'm not casting, just slamming this Lion Sash. Even if they have like Force Blue card as last card, so we have Formware for Sash too, or if it dies or something. Is the format bad right now? It seemed I haven't been playing a lot of any Magic right now, but it's looked like a lot more palatable at least. All right, well, let's hope they don't nuke me from orbit too hard here. There's a world where playing the Wasteland was bad because it means I don't have triple Sash activation on turn 3. Bridge Poxwalkers. That's not that threatening. Oh, and then I do have Cephalids, though. And Troll. Yikes. That's pretty threatening. Maybe he just misses on the Troll Dredge. Oh, I'm so good at this game! Wait, did he? Yeah, he did! There is a Cabal therapy, so I just want to Solitude this Poxwalkers right now so he doesn't get the bridges. Solitude pitch Recruiter, I think? He doesn't have... He has 0 cards in hand, nothing else. So we're just going to untap and eat Troll and eat Ox. And then we're pretty safe. I think I want the Plow more than the Recruiter. I guess I don't really want the Formal War here, actually, do I? Break those bridges. I think you lost. Yeah, I mean, I would have lost if he had, like, hit on that Dredge 6, but he didn't, so we're very much alive. Do you put any on top? How can I tell? Puts Poxwalkers at Faithless Looting into the graveyard and 1 card on the top of their library, sure. Do I Wasteland here? What card would you put on the top of your life? No, I have to eat this Ox, for sure, because he can cast Ox. So I probably should Wasteland. Yeah, maybe I will get punished for leading on that Wasteland. Because triple eat here... Okay, he's just dead. Cool. We did it! I discovered at Eternal Weekend last year this deck cannot beat Keen-Eyed Curator, so Lion's should also be a free one. Yeah, I mean, if you get to that stage of the game, certainly. Which we managed to, in no small part because of his Moldifor, I'm sure. I missed Ajani so much. I'm hyped to go red white. Ajani Bombardiers was really fun. I love Chainsaw. Honestly, one of my favorite cards in D&T. It's just so sweet. How are we sideboarding here? Red white has much better vibes than black white. I agree. I very much agree with that. Red white vibes are immaculate. Does Starfield do anything here? It's a shame you can't Starfield for like a nice like graveyard hate piece, huh? No one fucking say Dryad Militant. I don't want to hear a single. I don't want to see a single one of you type Dryad Militant in the chat. Krause's, they do have Force. I don't know if he has it in the deck. It's Krause's probably not that good because it also turns off my own Rebs. I hate you both. Aloro, De La L, you're on thin ice. What am I doing here? Chat's distracting me. Form Wars are fine. Chainsaw's pretty weak, but Chainsaw can break bridges and flip a Johnny. The Recruiter finds Macabre and Containment Priest. Bombardiers kills them. I kind of just want to cut the Shepherd stuff. As sad as it is. We got the shiny new card, and it's like, this card doesn't seem super cut out for this matchup here, huh? We just trim on the Pixie Guide Pride stuff. Krause. Cut all the fancy new cards and just play old stock. Wait, do we want Magus? I don't think so. Maybe we're supposed to want Magus. Shepherd is 5 damage for Bomba, though. Yeah, I mean, most cards in the deck are a lot of damage with Bomba and actually do something. Magus turns off Coliseum. That is kind of a good point. I mean, it's a little slow for it, but it might be better than like a random, like a Johnny or Ocelot Pride. I'm not allowed to keep this hand. Am I? I have Solitude, and I have Solitude to break bridges. I have turn 3 Sash and eat a thing, right? Because I can Violin like Stoneforge cast Sash eat with Sash. It seems a little loosey goosey, but we don't have a lot of graveyard hidden mulligan too, right? If I'm mulliganing for a better hand against Dredge, it's exactly the one of Cage, the one of Macabre, or the containment one of Containment Priest. Jeez, some brutal mulligans. I mean, I'll take them. I guess that previously mentioned plan does require us to draw a land, or we could just like cast Stoneforge on 2, but that exposes it more to Cabal therapy. We'll see how the first couple turns play out. I wonder why you instant speed this. I guess like you really want. I guess on your mulligan you really wanted to resolve, and I have Rab. I'm just like fucking firing it off every time. Mills, Poxwalker, Cephalid Coliseum. You think opponent will destroy me on the play? They were on the play last game. You have so little faith, Alora. Weren't you like? Didn't you want the D&T to come back, and now you're just like, I think the opponent's gonna fucking kill. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Did I play it in like days or whatever? I gotta just jam. I just gotta fucking slam this. You don't top deck Grafter Cage and not slam it here. You have to be realistic. You didn't think that we were gonna top deck the Grafdigger's Cage? Is that not realistic enough for you? That we're fucking god gamers? You're just gonna discard your whole hand? Is that the plan? Hard digging for like shenanigans, maybe? Oh wow, you have nothing, huh? Can we draw land? Damn. So unlucky, am I right? My opponent has nothing in hand and nothing in the graveyard because I have a Grafdigger's Cage in play, so we will just cast Stoneforge Mystic for Sash as extra layers of insurance. Because I'm gonna remind me of. Never mind. Can someone remind me if shenanigans was an instant? Was what I was gonna say. I don't think it. I think it's a sorcery. I would have drawn a land. A land wouldn't have been bad to draw. We kind of wanted third land. It is an instant. That card's crazy. Instead of the cage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is a sorcerer. I was right the first time. My bad. I'm saying like a land's probably like the fourth best optic we could have had there, honestly. Maybe not. Red blast's probably better than land. It's probably the three graveyard hate pieces, and then the four blasts, and then land, I think. Like the eighth best draw on the deck. Damage 4 versus probably instant and draws a card. Also, it's just like Dredge 12, so it's just the most broken card ever printed. Dredge X, where X is the number of cards in your library. That would be too much, really? That's the line we're drawing? That we've made the dredge mechanic too good? I guess I'll keep this. Not the most thrilling, but it's got the goods. Hopefully my opponent does not have the card Orcish Bowmaster in their hand. That's not a great omen for me. That's not a great omen for me. What's Bloodstained Fire and Basic Swamp Thoughtseize mean? Reanimator? It could be like blue-black stuff still. But it feels more combo-y. Although, if it's Reanimator, I feel like they're likely to take the Plow. The Doomsday, then? Kind of a spew to play the Parlor here, but I think I just... The information spew a little. But it's probably better than fetching the other Parlor. Just get this tap land out of my hand. I'm just always stopping this. It's a curve filler. Bloodstainmire has combo aura. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it in other lists, but are you saying this Bloodstainmire in specific? Thoughts again. Reanimate my Onslaught Pride. A bold decision, opponent. We'll see if it pays off for you. Hey, Tony Pro 42, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Feels like this is like just blue black reanimator, like shitty tempo stuff reanimator. I could plow this. I think I'm fine just casting Stoneforge for like chainsaw here, or if it resolves, maybe they have days. I think I like just getting chainsaw. Like in the back of my mind, I kind of want Sash. In case they're like fair reanimator stuff, rather than just like tempo with a reanimator doesn't really make sense. But if they just like Fatal Push Stoneforge, I guess Sash just kind of roadblocks the Ocelot Pride if they just have Fatal Push. So maybe we do just get Sash just in case. It's unfortunate if my opponent has like multiple removal spells and this Pride just gets a little out of control. Blue-black Ocelot Pride is too strong. True. Yeah, okay, they are a reanimator. They might not be fair. They might have just done that out of just that's what their hand dealt them. But the careful study makes me feel like they're a little bit more all in than just like tempo reanimator stuff. I'll block. You got Bowmaster? I don't give a shit. I'd cry a little bit, actually. Fucking second elegant parlor, huh? Alright. Guess we just say go. Nice Ocelot Pride opponent. Fetch, surveil. Millier fucking attracts, do it. Top card. I'd rather they didn't. What am I doing next turn? Kind of priced into holding up Sash for as long as it's alive. The Bombardiers isn't super cool to cast right now. Thoughtseize. I guess. The last card is Fatal. No, not last card. If they have a Fatal Push after this, it's a little inconvenient for me. It's their turn 4, so they technically could have, like, Careful Study Reanimate. I'm wondering if I want to plow. I don't think I want to plow this. Both of my cards are good, so. Plowing is also bad into days. Eating a card right now is bad into Bowmaster. I think if they had Bowmaster, they would have played the land and attacked, but I don't think I care that much. I think I'm just going to untap just in case to play around it. Just be extra careful. Yeah, not a lot I'm doing with my mana this turn anyway. Spell? I should have been a little bit more specific, I guess. Kind of want to start killing them, but I also don't want this Pride to do anything. I also don't want to use the Sash proactively to, like, push a lot of damage. I'll probably start attacking with Sash next turn if it's not dead. At some point, I probably should have played out this Caracas in case of Tamio Brainstorm. That's a fast Brainstorm. If they have a lot of garbage in hand. That seems like something I shouldn't let happen. Good try, though. Killing the opponent sounds like a good game plan. Yeah, it's looking pretty like a pretty good game plan. Weirdly, one of the better draws right now is like just Nurturing Pixie. Rebuy Stoneforge. I'll take a Solitude. Yeah, at this point, if they like attack, and then if they have a rules 1 attack, we can burn the plow, especially with the Solitude. So I'm going to attack and then proactively use a couple of activations on Sash. Just to press a little bit more damage. I think that's all the permanents in the yards. Yep. I guess I could have played the Arid Mesa for 1 more damage. I like leaving up Plains plus Caracas, though. I'm gonna turn plow this deck top to card. What could you possibly? I guess you top just like Fatal Push or something here. Maybe I'm supposed to equip Sash actually to protect it. Murktide Regent plus Force Will backup. We can beat that. Murktide Regent into Murktide Regent? You exiled the. Oh, maybe they exiled the Delta so that it could beat my Sash in combat. There's a world where I could like finagle some sort of like plowing the Pride and fetching with the Sash and then eating the thing and then equipping and attacking. I don't really see a world where we lose. We just plow the Murktide and make this cleaner. Okay, they didn't even have the Forceful blue card. Take those. I'm gonna cast this specifically because I can pick it up and then vial it in with Caracas after, just for more stuff. I tapped. I guess I didn't really tap that badly. I usually like leaving a plains against a deck that could have Wasteland, though. Do I want to like play around Murktide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess it's kind of free too. They can have 5/5 Murktide if they want to. I guess my okay. My Sash could be a 7/7. I forgot about my land. So it looked like careful study makes me inclined to think that they are more Reanimator focused than not, and I should sideboard accordingly. I think I would sideboard like this even if I saw the 2-drop though. Tainted. I don't know. What's the blue black draw 2 discard 1 unless you have like 5 different CMCs in your yard? That seems like the more popular iteration from what I've seen, but I've been out of the loop. Doesn't feel like a chainsaw matchup. I feel like maybe it hits exactly Tameo before it flips. I don't love that we can't recruit a thing to answer a Tameo. Or not recruit. I can't love that we don't Stoneforge a thing to answer a Tameo. I did see versions of this list that were playing Meteor Sword. I don't know. God, I don't know how to sideboard at all anymore. What did I used to do against old Blue Black Reanimator? I was cutting a lot of the, like, Bomba Johnny stuff. A Johnny's best served when it's gumming up the ground, and if there's nothing to gum up, then the Johnny's get worse. I was setting out Bale Mercs. I mean, I'm trying to think of a year and a half ago when I was sideboarding at Eternal Weekend. I guess only like a year ago, a year and change. Ugh. I'm so tired. I don't know. I keep wanting to cut these Guide of Souls because I'm a huge Guide of Souls hater, but I'm trying to respect Jamie's creative impact and kind of keep the deck more as is. I mean, I suppose just like board out Onslaught Pride whenever I think my opponent's just gonna have a bunch of Bowmasters. Damn. I'd keep this on a one-lander. We had, like, Plateau. Damn. Jamie, your deck's unplayable, I'm sorry. Because we mulled to 5 once. Alright, keep this. I think I'm just gonna bottom Wasteland Red Blast here. The rest of these cards seem pretty important. Nice. This is the best possible for me. Fetch UC Shuffle. Are we feeling lucky, chat? Are we feeling it? I'm not feeling it. If I had 7 cards in my hand, I'd maybe be feeling it. On my Mold of 5, though, with one other land in my hand to continue to play the game, I don't think I'm feeling it. Wasteland, let it ride. God. Fucking adrenaline junkies. I'm not Wasteland letting it ride. Oh no, we could have maybe been rewarded. We don't know if they had the second land in hand or not. Wasteland Shuffle is pretty tempting to Wasteland, not gonna lie to you. I think my mulligan was correct, though. You could pretty easily still utilize this land. I should have asked them. You got another land over there? You good, Chief? Now that my Wasteland has resolved, or now that my Vial has resolved, I'm like a little bit more incentivized to use this Wasteland, I think. Although we just drew Stoneforge Mystic, which is a pretty nice cast here. Going and getting Formal Wear. Did I cut the chainsaw? I think I did, right? Yeah. It's a pretty juicy counterspell target if they have one, yeah, because they stops me from getting Sash, but I already have the Sash. If you ignore Daze, it can't hurt you. I think they would have dazed the Vial. There was a chance they didn't want to. They wouldn't force the Vial though, especially on a Mold of 5. Roiling Dragonstorm, huh? I could worry Murktide. My hand's really weak to Murktide right now. If I draw another white source, even if I don't draw a white source, I might just proactively Sash here. Or we'll just like draw a really good card that helps me beat Murktide Regent. I guess that's like exactly Source of Plowshare or something, isn't it? Our land. Unfortunately, it's a little awkward on the mana. We don't have a lot of red cards in our deck, though. It's like 4 plows and like 1 Bombardier left. And a Kraza. I think we wait, because I think my opponent's very likely to fetch a Surveil. They don't fetch a Surveil, interesting. The fuck is that card? The Roiling Dragonstorm? Just a draw 2, discard a card, and then if you play Murktide Regent, you get to pick it up. I think I need to respect Murktide Regent a little bit. I almost just want to go over the line and eat 2 things with Sash because we have the Macabre. I am, like, very scared of my opponent putting a Murktide Regent in play. I think I want to eat this Flooded Strand, though, to play around. I guess maybe it's supposed to eat the Roiling Dragonstorm, not the Flooded Strand, but I want to play around, like, getting Bone Mastered. Hey, Eureka, thanks for the sub. We are, in fact, playing some Legacy. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I kind of like making it a 5/5. Flip black mana, sure. Fatal Push? Yeah. I guess I should have Wastelanded first. Because then I could have eaten 2 spells. That sequence could have definitely gone better for me. Kind of fumbled that a little bit. I ended up eating like 1 thing, making a Murktide like 1 thing smaller, and then getting Fatal Push, so the Murktide's the exact same size. Yeah. Well, we do have a lot of answers for Murktide in our deck. Just gotta find one of them. They get the Roiling Dragonstorm back too? Fucking cheating. We did make it as notably as... No, it's the same size. They would have still had Fatal Push in hand. So it would have been a 6/6 and still been a 3-turn clock. Recruiter. My 1 Johnny that's left. I guess. Go get him, boss. There's no letting dog in. I'm in an open space living room. Dog can walk over if she pleases.
Did the people want dogs?
Yes.
I will bring you dog. Doggy. Your papa's audience want you. Wait, where's she?
Can't believe he's ignoring my shitpost. Sorry, there's a lot going on. My chat's not in the right place. E for 0?
Your daddy's audience wants to
Sure.
see you, baby.
Oh, they fucked it up. They wanted to E for 1 blow my vial. I see. I see the problem.
Where's your camera? There you go.
Ow!
Here,
Stabbed in the back.
I brought you a kitty.
Yeah, misclicked. I mean, I'm gonna eat it. If you want to crack it and flip my Johnny, that'd be like kind of chill. I'm gonna tick this up. We need to like draw a land to get to Yorion, I think, is our best bet. Maybe I was supposed to leave it on 3 and Violet this Fairy Macabre first 2 cards in hand to try to erase that way.
There you go.
I think I don't pick up Yorion here. I think I leave it to protect it from Thoughtseize rather than trying to draw another thing to flicker. I guess notably we could also draw a non-fetch land and not take 1 damage, because this Murktide is in fact 1 extra damage off of killing us. Violent Macabre is a special level of desperation. You haven't lived until you've hardcast Fairy Macabre in black-white, though. Also, apologies for the noise for the next 2 to 3 minutes, because the animals are getting fed. This flips Tameo, which does stunt the amount of damage that I'm going to deal, but also I just get to Skyclave the Tameo afterwards, so it's not the biggest issue. I mean, it is kind of an issue because I'm currently losing this race unless we top deck a non-fetch land mana source to stay at 7 life.
Lily don't show.
You gotta... Alright, well, we're not dead. If my opponent's consign, we're just like ultra giga dead, so I should probably just pretend that they don't have it. Because I'm gonna flicker like my entire board away, and then am I supposed to attack this for Tameo for 2 so it can't minus and pick up the thing and lethal me? It gives us another out to draw a card. Maybe I am supposed to do that. Versus them taking 2 going to 9. We only have 5 damage here. If we draw exactly Bombardiers, the 1 Bombardiers left in our deck, we can then deal 1, 2, assuming that they actually have nothing here and we don't get consigned. We block with the Yorion. Actually, we don't block with the Yorion because we go to 1 and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah. So we still have lethal. If we attack the Tameo this turn and then successfully Skyclave it still. We could have Valiant Fairy last turn with the Tickle stack. Yeah, correct, we could have. It is something that I considered and chose not to do, but then also said, maybe I should have done that. Probably going to get consigned here. Oh, they're going to consign the ETB trigger. That's how kind of them. I don't lose all my permanents. That's great. Lovely news. Not everyone knows you can consign the return trigger. Happens a surprising amount. I think I block here. Gives me the out to draw Red Elemental Blast, of which I have 4 in the deck. This is not lethal, so I'm not supposed to fetch to thin. Because it gives us 2 draw steps towards like Plow Solitude, Recruiter. Oh well. What's up, Eric? How's it going? I believe we are dead. Oh, no, we're literally dead. Yeah, never mind. I should have fetched, because this Tameo can now minus to get back consigned to pump the Murktide and lethal me. I don't know if my opponent will see it. I'll let it happen. Happy holidays to you as well. It's been a very chaotic winter for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna see. I don't really want to show them the Fairy Macabre. Yeah, 1 card too deep. Dang. Alright, so we saw Tameo. We unfortunately did die to the Murktide like we expected. I should have played that. The Lion Sash turn I could have played a lot better. I should have Wastelanded and then put in the Lion Sash and eaten like 2 instants and like hopefully got it to like be a 5/5 or something instead. Could have bought me more time. I fumbled that like Lion Sash turn just a tiny bit, and that's what we died. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's hectic, but it's hectic in a good way. It just happens when you move and sell your house and buy a new house and are starting a new job. It will eventually be not hectic in 2.5 weeks-ish. What am I doing? Kind of just want to cut the Guy to Souls bullshit, and maybe the Pride, and bring back in some number of, like, a Johnny plus Bomba. Something that I didn't really consider when, like, trying to analyze my old blue-black games is that you like Bomba's really good at like pressuring cameos and even sometimes taking Murktides off the board. So I kind of just want to shave the Guide of Souls stuff. Just keep it like this. Starfield Shepherd mostly just wants to go get like planes anyway, right? That seems fine. Hey, Arian, thanks for the resub. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll be raiding you in 3 rounds. This ad is nice. I hope we get to do the Kraza counter a Force of Will play. That play looks so sweet. Or even like counter a Consign on Solitude or something. Man. So much for that. The Kraza is kind of nice in play because it protects my plow and stuff. It's also just more mana efficient. The Guide of Souls, obviously, getting in play earlier is better. Because it starts to, pick up steam. Get more triggers. Guide of Souls doesn't play into days. Which is maybe a consideration. We haven't seen a days, but it's possible they just didn't draw one game 1. And then game 2, they maybe board them out on the play. Wait, no. Yeah, you want to bring them in. You want them in on the play and out on the draw. So never mind, that doesn't make any sense. Thought sees me. Oh, fatal push, sure. Land? Nice. I like Kraza here now. We have not seen a Bowmasters, but I'm gonna make this a 3-2 anyway. I like that we can plow through Force of Will here. If they have like another push or something. I just want them to untap and just like cast a Murktide Regent. How's Chainsaw been? I love Chainsaw. Oh, this is exactly what we wanted to see. Chainsaw is one of my favorite cards. It's not as good in this meta. Theoretically, there are less Chainsaw targets, a lot more like just big guys, Barrowglyphs and stuff that you can't Chainsaw down. But I love Chainsaw in D&T. I have a lot of good experiences with it. Nice Barrowglyph nerd. I was going to Felia or Formula back the Guide, but Felia just seems way better here. The Felia dies, we can Formula back. If not, we can, get the Guide back, Felia some other stuff. Go crazy. Tamio, sure. I'm just gonna let this hang around, I think. push. What's this? Black, black. Bitter Trident, sure. Draw a white card. No. I think Jamio gets to live. I think I'd rather Formlore my Felio. Surveil. Potentially pick up Yorion to pitch to Solitude afterwards or something, but I think it's fine to let the Tameo trigger once. Very out of touch with the form. I mean, I've kind of been the same. I just wanted to play Jamie's red-white list because I find it very fun. Kelly is back with Vigilance. Clue token, I guess. We're playing Fate cards? Hell yeah, we are. We can bring back Spider-Punk from hit set Marvel's Spider-Man with pre-roll Formalware from hit set Fallout. And Felia from hit set Modern Horizons 3. Murktide Regent? Alright. Good on us. Oh, never mind. Less good on us. Maybe they're just Roiling Dragonstorming into the Murktide. Who knows? We just attack and kill the Solitude. Oh, it means we can't flicker the Formalware. Then we only have 3 damage. Solitude from hit set. Jesus Christ. Is this into final card Murktide? That'd be pretty powerful. No, blue black. Another removal spell, yeah. We can just put the Formular on the Kraza to kill the Tameo, though, right? Yeah. Spell. Ooh, I like spell. I'm just gonna kill the Tameo this turn, though. We might use this Stoneforge as the pitch card for Solitude anyway. I almost want to go face here. They are pretty low. This is a big boy. And you're interested in pre-modern, or am I too young? Too young. Pre-modern does not look that interesting to me. I don't have nostalgia for playing the worst cards you've never seen. Well, he's dead, I guess. You play D&D with someone goes, I can play Red again, but not when someone wins the showcase with it. Fake friend? Yeah, I am a fake friend. It's also a much better format than it was, in my defense. Hey, Jared, how's it going? Okay, this is their only card in hand, so I don't have to play around Force of Will or whatever. That has nothing to do with it? Yeah, you're right. Alright, so what's the best way to sequence this? I guess it's just Stoneforge for Sash, pitch... Oh no, it's just Hardcast Solitude. I'm a fucking idiot. What the hell am I doing? Get this shit off my screen. Crack clue? Yep. Play Roiling Dragonstorm? Yep. Discard not a giant thing. Great. I wonder if they just boarded out the giant stuff. Oh man, I don't have my chainsaw in my deck. It'd be pretty good here, but I mean, I guess we'll settle for Stoneforge, second Formal back Felia. Is it better than just getting Sash? Is that better than just putting Solitude in hand? Or putting Yorion in hand? Hmm. The Yorion's pretty good. I don't think I should be that threatened about the combo at this stage, so I think I just want to like Stoneforge, Formalware, Felia to just like add a shit ton of board presence. Stoneforge was by Yorion. I mean, yeah, I do like killing Tamio. What do you Stoneforge for if you're buying Yorion? Probably the Sash, right? Because we already have the ability to flicker the Formalware after that. If I had Chainsaw, this definitely would be a Chainsaw turn, but I did board it out because I didn't think it was very good in this matchup. I think I'm right, but... Are you running a 1 of Meteor Sword? Nah. Could be right, but I straight up copied Jamie's list card for card. Yeah, not being able to chainsaw planeswalkers is really fucked up, huh? Murktide is a way we could lose. Yeah, but I mean, like, getting Yorion on hand is another way to beat Murktide, right? They're down 2 Bitter Triumphs, which means they're probably really bad at answering Solitude. I feel like all roads kind of lead to Rome here. I also think Sash might just kill them, right? If I get Sash, it's a 3/3, and then I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, never mind. A little extreme. We also have a Felia, which can beat a Murktide. Yeah, fuck it. I don't want to cast my spells. If we get Yorion, we're like a little scared of Consign, which is a card that we saw in game 2. This just adds like so much like board presence. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, oh no. Please don't punish me with this careful study, opponent. You wouldn't possibly. Oh, thank God they didn't. Oh, they had they drew Thoughtseize too, which would have snagged my Yorion. We'll just send both at the Tamio here. Careful Study is wild. Yeah, I haven't seen these one lists with Careful Study really. You usually see them with more of these like 2 mana draw 2 discard ones. There's the blue black one that's an instant that I forget the name of. The Careful Studies definitely make a matchup like D&T worse, where like every card matters. Why can't Imperial Form bounce itself to hand like for 3 mana like Bad Art Skull? That's true. You're so right when you say that. Hey, Arain, thanks for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Let's just flicker this other Formalware, I guess. Welcome, welcome, Harain Raiders. We're actually playing Legacy today. You're so lucky. How the fuck do you have mana? Yeah, I was watching your stream and you were really suffering, huh? Alright, so we're gonna get a Formalware back. I really don't see a way we lose this game. I think I'm just okay. They just give up. Cool. I think I'm just gonna grab Fairy Macabre there just in case. Like I think Attrax is like the only way we're losing. I have plateaus and never put one into play. Would you recommend putting plateaus into play? I would recommend putting plateaus into play. I don't actually have strong inclinations towards this deck in particular, but where's this ad sound coming from? Hang on. There it is. Most of it just been playing this list because Jamie was doing well with it. This fucking ad won't mute. There we go. Fixed it. But I really like Exploding Kittens was really fun when I played it like last year, and I think this innovation is really interesting. Even though the innovation just the innovations haven't come up quite yet. We've only played 2 matches with it, but like have never drawn a Starfield Shepherd. Haven't really done anything cool with like guide stuff. There's just like 20 basics that we can have good mana. Good way to have mana, can confirm. No, Haran was playing like this almost exactly this list earlier today and just like was mulliganing a bunch and dying. I did mulligan to 5 in that game too because we had like one land, no lander, and no 1 land wasteland hand or something. And we almost won still. We just won game 3. Easy as that. Trick is to keep 1 land vial and draw the 2nd land. That's also a good trick, yeah. And the real test if you're a D&T player is if you're on the draw and you keep just a regular hand and then you top deck the Aether Vial and just make your hand like 50% better. That's the pro level play. Kind of like what we did against Mafas in game 2, where we kept it at OK7 and then top decked Grafdigger's Cage after he mulled to 4. That was some optimal D&T gameplay. Vial wasn't even the best card to have on turn 1 in the showcase. Yeah, it's probably just like Thoughtseize. Alright, this hand's got the juice. Opponent surely would not dare to do anything unfair. They'll just play some fucking ground piddlers. Even best if opponent casts Thoughtseize. Yeah, then you get the Rubbins. Even bester if you have the vial and then they take the vial with the Thoughtseize and then you draw the other vial. Chainsaw. I love Chainsaw. I'm a huge Chainsaw fan. So excited to put this card in the deck again. Especially with Felia. I kind of want to just fetch basics here. I don't know what opponent's up to, but I don't really want to surveil. Kind of just want to fetch Plains Mountain, cast a Johnny. Let's fire the pro, exactly. Chainsaws, yeah, Chainsaw Felia's sweet, Chainsaw Johnny's sweet, where you just get to rip a Johnny's brother in front of him, limb from limb with a chainsaw, and then he flips and creates more tokens for you, because he's just a chill guy like that. Chainsaw's just a fucking sweet card. I have a memory, I went to like an RC, it was like, was it RC DC? RC Atlanta? It was RC that I registered 80 basic planes in the main event, and I just, that was DC, I'm being told.
How do you not remember? How many RCs have you been to?
2, and it was either Atlanta or DC.
Oh no, I was there for that, so that has to be DC. I remember you doing that bullshit.
Yeah, and I had a chainsaw with like 7 counters and like murdered a Nadu player. I'm restarting my mana traders account. Hell yeah. It looks like my opponent is up to no good. Feels giving Omni vibes, which is not great. Atlanta was the one who registered 20 basic planes. Oh, Atlanta was only registered 20, you mean. DC was when I registered 80. I don't know what my opponent's up to, but I feel like I should try to kill them as fast as possible. Hedge maze is not the sign of good things to come. Top 16 Eternal Weekend, he chainsawed a lot of cats. Yeah, Eternal Weekend 2024 with Exploding Kittens was so fun. Are they like this Flooded Strain is really giving Omni? I would have thought like maybe Bug Beans if this was like a Delta, but oh no, yeah, this is. I forgot the Beans decks are like banned now. This is still a fine exchange for me though. Having to pitch a Leyline Binding to a Solitude to just stop this, I'm totally cool with this. Am I gonna get like Bowmastered here? No, okay. What's happening? Feliad? Oh no. I'm so bad. I don't know how to play against these decks anymore. I'm too old. I shouldn't have attacked with the Ajani here. I should have known the Feli after the Solitude. I can't keep up with whatever's in Legacy nowadays. This is the popular thing. It's like straight banned Quantum Riddler Felia beans, and then they have like one Xander's Lounge. Oh, thank God they don't have the punish. Sweet. Well, the punish is that they kill all of my Ajani pieces, but not the end of the world. We can chainsaw the Felia and then cast a thing, hopefully. Damn. Oh well. I guess we'll just chainsaw the Felia. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I love chainsaw. If Felia flickers a token, does chainsaw notice that the token died? I don't think so. Ouch. No, because the token never dies. It gets exiled. It can see tokens die if they are dying. Oh no, they topped a card. It means it's like Beans or Riddler. Maybe it's just a cantrip and then they miss. Nice, they have nothing. Cool. I think I'm going to, unless I draw a land, I'm just going to 4 more back of Johnny, so we have some more sizable blockers for this thing. We can get more than all of our equipment, so we only have 2 left. We have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I just cast the 3-drop when my hand is all 2 drops and 3 mana. Main deck consign cringe. Doomsday players, D&T players, handshake meme. Obviously, they can like kill this Ajani and then attack again and kill my token again. I'm sad, but if we draw a land, then we can actually double spell and start putting things in front of the Felia, hopefully. Yeah, like this. Tragic, but predictable. They're flooding out pretty bad, at least. Would love to draw like a land or a plow. Perhaps a solitude. Solitude wouldn't be that good. That's very bad for me. God. The D&T Classic. Where's Hooray now? He doesn't get to see this game at least. Where we're stuck on 3 lands, dying horribly to a failure that's like not doing anything. The good news is that like my blunder attack into the Felia didn't actually end up mattering a lot. I think I would just have an Ajani in play and almost nothing. Hey, Kitty, don't walk in front of the. Don't walk in front of the screen, please. I guess we just get Sash. More 2-drops, why not? Just gotta wait for them to print a land cycling equipment. You just gotta wait for them to print an MDFC that's a white equipment on the front side. And a land that taps for white on the backside. Alright, that's better for me than Riddler at least. But not great. Now Philly is a 3-3. Haskell would be nicely to bring 4 more chainsaw. Bringing the 4-bow wouldn't really do anything for me, unfortunately. Give enough time and they'll do it. Yeah, they will. I wouldn't be surprised to see it at some point, but probably not anytime soon. I think MDFCs were largely terrible for most purposes. The MH3 ones were like kind of mostly awful. If there was a card that was a white equipment that cost 1 white and had no other text and it was a 3 damage land on the back, would you play it? I think it's close. Yeah, I think I would play that. You definitely play it in Cloud Dual Commander. Definitely a harder sell in D&T, but all right. Well, my opponent's gonna draw, 9,000 cards here. We missing on lands. So I kind of wouldn't be surprised to see them just blink the Beanstalk so they can cast the Riddler again and get the trigger the Beanstalk again. But I guess it doesn't really matter. All roads kind of lead to Rome at this point. If they have a force rolled up, then we're super hosed. I think I just pick it up if I miss here on like exit plow or I don't think land does it either though. Hey, we finally found land 4, right? We warp Starfield Shepherd, cast a spell, still can't block a 3/3 Felia. Yeah, I'm good. We can just go to game 2 here. Yeah, we bring in the Magus here. Yeah, I agree, Lawrence. New card designs definitely centers around like cards never being dead, cards constantly flowing. The Uros of the world. People never running out of cards in hand. How am I supposed to sideboard versus this deck, huh? I think Chainsaw's bad. Form War is also not great, though. Chainsaw can tag Felias, but it's very bad at it. I keep wanting to just, like, kind of cut these Guide of Souls because they're not very good. I can't cut both of these. I want to cut one of them. Shaved out a bunch of Guide of Souls again. Feels so silly. Magus of the... Hey, Lily, chill. Magus of the Moist? Oh, okay, I see. the blue Magus. What am I cutting? I need to cut cards before I... Let's leave in Chainsaw, because Chainsaw is the cooler card. Combos with a Johnny. And then also maybe cut an Johnny anyway. Johnny doesn't line up super well versus Felia. Alright, that sounds great. Keep. But no, you don't really see that card very often, I would say, in Legacy. It's a world where I'm supposed to like fetch basic mountain in order to like hold up blast and like fetch a tap land, but I also want planes. Recruiter might end up getting Magus to try to like lock out my opponent. Notably, we did see Solitude, so it's like Magus isn't the safest lock. They also might just like fetch basics. Who knows? I'm not super likely to need to blast a card on turn 2 anyway, though. So we might just end up surveilling anyway. Can't even think of. I guess I would probably blast just a warped Quantum Riddler, just so they don't get value off of it down the road. Dog's eating cat's food.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop her. Hey, hey, let's not do that.
Beans? Yep.
Eat her food.
Notably, they do have the basic planes here. Makes sense. Like a Johnny.
What do you want, kitty?
My chat says bless you.
Thanks.
Maybe I actually just cast this Sash here. Just like Sash might actually be my Solitude pitch card though, if I need to like answer Ophelia. Kind of like Sash in play to like just start clocking. Also, Lawrence says hi from chat.
Ooh, I couldn't hear you.
Lawrence.
Oh, hi.
And then that who was about to be so brutal until you followed up.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yes. Could also cast Recruiter, but we have the Vial, so I think I'm just gonna. I kind of want to just get the Sash out there, be the aggressor a little bit. Depending on what my opponent does next turn, Sash also can just serve as a roadblock. Maybe they'll have some sort of destroy effect. They'll like cast a weird disenchant, blow up the Lion Sash, and we file it a Johnny and flip it. That would be funny. Yeah, I'll rep this. Kind of sucks if they have force, but it'll always suck if they have force eventually. Fetch Island, alright. Well, we're not Magus the Mooning them, that's for sure. My cat is meowing back to dog. Speak your piece, girl. Beanstalk is such a cool and exciting card in the world of every spell simultaneously 5 mana and also 0 or 2 mana. Yeah, I feel that. This would be a nice opportunity to try to jam Bombardiers, but I kind of like just not casting any spells and maybe even just going up and like recruiting Witch Enchanter, blowing up the beans, and just going up to like Solitude Eorion instead. The next question is, I think I just full send and like eat with the Sash. I could protect the Sash. I could eat some things and equip. Rather than just deal them a boatload of damage. Yeah, Beans cantripping on ATB is definitely the line between unplayable and kind of dog shit card design. I'm just gonna eat more of their stuff here. The card that answers Sash that I care about is Leyline Binding, and Leyline Binding I can't protect my Sash from a Leyline Binding. If they just plow the Sash, I don't think I care that much. This just deals them so much damage too. We might even just be able to like recruit Bombardiers and Violet in next turn and try to kill them that way. Really enjoyed that it was only balanced for limited and not designed for constructed. Yes, traditionally the sign of a very well designed card. Second beans, all right. They could have Solitude. There's the plow. Are they dead to Bombardiers? They gotta be, right? It's like 4 plus 2 flip plus. Yeah, it's like. Is it lethal through consign? It's also there's also Solitude to be worried about, I guess. Can I beat Solitude? Because there could be Hydroblast in my future, but I guess I just should throw the Recruiter, because if I throw the Cat, it deals them 2, and then they could consign the Ajani flip. Hey, we killed them. All right. Let's think about what we want to do again. I keep like sideboarding kind of at random. I feel like this deck would clap the shit out of the Astrolabe decks. Yeah, I mean, Yorion, when me and Luanil were like really building it at the end of the Snoko era, was like eating the Snoko decks alive. Or are you talking about their deck versus Astrolabe decks? Their deck versus Lave, yeah. Well, I mean, the Lave deck also had like Oko, so Oko's pretty fucked up. I guess Oko can't answer beans, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, beans is like pretty hard card to answer pretty reasonably in like the blue mirrors. I almost think Oko could be unbanned. Well, I would recommend stop thinking that. That would be my professional opinion. I think we just run it back. I think I've not boarded perfectly here by any stretch, but these Guided Souls just really aren't very compelling to me. I don't know what matchups I want them in. His hand is not thrilling, but fine. We have the combo Pyroblast, Solitude. It's okay. Am I ever fetching Surveil on turn 1? What am I looking for? It's a little awkward that I actually can't cast a Johnny into like my opponent just playing land go next turn. Because the Johnny's so bad in Ophelia. Oh, that's nice. A card I can cast in Ophelia at least. And potentially hold up a white card for the Solitude still. I think I will Surveil. Or, Red Blast something, but again, I don't foresee a lot of red blastables unless my opponent just cycles the Quantum Riddler, which yeah, I'll Surveil here. I would keep a card like Plow. Would I keep fourth land? Is the issue? These are the issues with, like early surveils in a deck that like wants to have a bunch of land drops but also wants to have action. I don't think I'm keeping Bomba. It also helps. It makes my Stoneforge find something, potentially get like 4 more, and already get it online. Six cards in hand, so we could try to respect the Felia more. If they have Felia into Riddler or Beans, then we want to be able to Solitude and potentially hold the Blast up for a Force. I think I'd rather do that than cast Stoneforge here. No Felia. Alright, cool. Next turn we can just actually cast a 2-drop and still hold up the Blast plus Solitude thing. I kind of want to blast this low key. I don't think the blasts are like that exciting in this matchup. Kind of just want to not deal with these fucking brainstorms and shit and use my mana. It feels like it's like super gigabait, but I also just kind of want to trade 1 for 1. Like the only premium blastable I think is Riddler. Think people don't blast brainstorm enough. Yeah, it's like Riddler and Force are the only like premium blast targets. So I kind of wanted to just trade 1 for 1 and like do something with my mana on that turn. Although I'm almost always gonna have the dead mana on this turn, so it's not the exact optimal. Yeah, I think I just want a formal where we have the broadside to turn it on. Maybe I'm supposed to cut the chainsaw. Blasted Tamio too. Yeah, I don't even. Does the deck play Tamio? They actually don't have the Felly. It wasn't just. Maybe they do have the Felly. They're just like really hard playing around Source of Plowshares that I might be repping. Oh, I guess the answer is yes, they play Tamio. Hmm. I guess we could actually Stoneforge in the formal wear on broadside into the plow turn and then still hold up the ability to cast Felia, which is pretty nice. I'm probably solituting this Tammy. I don't know what I'm pitching, but I guess we'll just make them have the plow or the solitude step one. I guess maybe or consign. Consign would be nice because it means we can Felia and get the formal wear back online. I guess we could try to pitch the. See, we could try to throw the Ajani at it if this attack works. No way this attack works though. They knew I had formal or Bomba here uncounterably. Oh, they fucked up. They hydroblasted their own tropical island. Oh no. Poor opponent. Oh, well, alright. They still got the goods, but they also burned a hydroblast, so. Happens to the best of us. That when they cast their spell, they clicked on the land to cast their spell, but they also targeted it because the hydroblast can target any permanent. So they hydroblasted their own tropical island. I kind of want this Ajani still, but that's why Beb is better. I'm just thinking about like I could pitch Solitude to Solitude, honestly. The Ajani's really good with the Bomba. Thought I was paying for blue for Hydra, but yeah, it happens to everyone. It was like literally last week's stream where I like decided I just like said no to a cloud trigger, or no, I failed to find on a cloud trigger on accident. Sometimes Moto just gets the best of you. I'm gonna pitch this at Johnny. I don't think I need it. It's also good if they have like Force here. We have Second Solitude. I feel like this is always right click on your wastelands. I always click my spells before floating my mana. But I guess in this case it would be that would be the actual problem, right? But I see like sometimes people float their mana and like Moto will like auto cast a card if you have like the exact mana or whatever. So it's like if you click on the wrong card, you just cast it. Seems really scary. People that float before casting. Riddler. They're only drawing one card off this currently, so I don't really feel the need to solitude it. When I can instead just cast my Felia and get some more value. I declined to be on the play yesterday and it announced the end of my yearly Moto binge. Yeah, sometimes you just like fuck up and you're like, yeah, I'm good for a little bit. I'll just call it quits. Alright, no consign. Sure. Imagine you want consign for better things in this matchup, like my Felia potentially anyway. Fetch out some more planes in case we draw Magus. Felia time. Plow. Plow Felia, player on Caracas. Nope. Could be a Johnny. No, it can't be a Johnny chainsaw turn because the Stoneforge's coming back end step. Problem is I don't really want to sack anything if my opponent just has like Plow for Felia and I attack with Bombardiers. I just like feel like I don't want to do anything. So do I pick up Yorion maybe? Playing with Bombardiers and attacking and not sacking would play around Felia from them. which I don't hate. If only my opponent had some sort of removal spell, extra removal spell here. If they had like an extra Hydroblast or Plow, it'd certainly be a harder game to win. Hey, Moist Junk, how's it going? We are in fact playing some Legacy. Yeah, I think they're deciding between killing. They have to kill Felia here. The broadside's not even that good. I think I'm gonna sack nothing. Oh, all right. That seems great for me. We have nothing to get back with Formalware, so we will just flicker Stoneforge. Maybe they have Consign for the Stoneforge? I'm gonna grab Sash here, I think. I think there's a good chance my opponent's gonna like play land and warp and cast the Riddler from warp, and I'm gonna want to Solitude it before it draws them 2 cards. So I have the white card to pitch. It means that I don't have like Chainsaw Ajani online yet, but I think I like keeping the Ajani and having the Sash to pitch instead. I just need to empty like 1 more card in hand. Didn't factor in the card drawn for turn here. They can't just play land, cast Riddler. If they have Riddler from hand, they could, which would be a good point for Solitude. It's just like Lorien revealed. No, they are warping in the Riddler. Or the Riddler from warp. I'm going to let this resolve. If I draw land, I just hardcast Solitude on it. But obviously they could like top deck Force here, and now I can't Solitude and kill. It is what it is. Do I want to play a Johnny? Or do I just want to equip Formalware for more damage here? Play Aether Vial. Does the Johnny even play do anything? I mean, it's mana efficient. Could also, I guess, pick up Yorion and play Vial maybe is the actual play, huh? Do they play sweepers? I have no, I don't think they play a lot of sweepers, if any. I'm not familiar enough with the current like Bant, Felia, Riddler Beans lists. Got to be wary of getting consigned with my Yorion, so I don't want to just like slam it at it for no reason or for like minimum value. Fortunately, this means my Stoneforge is out of value if it gets for more flickers, but now we have like Chainsaw or Johnny for potential value. The year is 2025. You're playing around Stifle out of your mid-range opponent. Yeah, that's the life, huh? The more things change, the more they stay the same. I really have to pee, so I hope that this game ends quickly. I think we're like pretty solidly in the lead right now, though. Lily, chill. Lily, apologies, chat. So about that no sweepers thing we were talking about earlier. We have a Johnny Chainsaw to rebuild here at least. So it does work out. I don't think I want to wasteland anything. I think we're just going to Johnny. And chainsaw. I'm not updating all the 15 alt arts. The fuck did they just play? Oh, they just played Wrath of the Skies. The MH3 sweeper. Deal you 1. Damn you. Actually can't kill that currently. We could cast Yorion. But then if we flicker the chainsaw and hopefully my opponent helps me make a decision here. They don't. Alright, cool. Maybe we'll just draw a card that isn't Yorion to play. Hey, like that one. That's a pretty good one to draw here, huh? So what's the optimal path forward here? Again, we could like Nurturing Pixie the Chainsaw, but then if they counter the Chainsaw, we don't have a red permanent. We need 3 cards in play. I think we just Nurturing Pixie the Starfield Shepherd, and then replay the Starfield Shepherd. I guess they could have 3 mana. Fucking. Does this work when I zero it? No, okay. If they take it out in response to the 0, then it doesn't work the way I want. I think we just extract maximum Starfield Shepherd value. Alright, cool. They don't have it. Wait, I guess they can still have it there. So this was like trying to get a 4th card in play to play around just like a Source of Plowshares. Was the whole reason I was trying to sequence like that. Am I allowed to use copyrighted music if I'm not monetized on YouTube? I don't know. I'm not a YouTube expert. I'm not a real YouTube knower. Alright, do you have like removal spell for Pixie, attack, flicker, cat warrior, and then the Johnny still doesn't die? I'm gonna use Gustav's theme in my Doomsday video. I imagine you're still not allowed to, but you're probably unlikely to get called on it. They did not shuffle on Ponder. I wonder if this play was better than just Starfield Guide 0. What would I have differently? I would have a. I wouldn't have anything in hand. I'd have a guide in play, and the Starfield would still be warped. If I wasn't supposed to do the pixie thing. I really gotta pee, opponent. Please play a little bit faster. I mean, I can't really say that. We've been playing pretty similar paces this whole time. Just feel like a leyline binding on the Ajani, sure. You could attack and trade both of my things if you want. Yeah. Guess it makes some sense. Yeah, I'll block. More rev counters. We're gonna get them. Juice Squire. Sick. Check out my warping value generator, opponent. Maybe if you played music from Strifo stream, you did 500 subs. Oh god. Fucking. Please no. I respect Strifo for a lot of things. His music choice, not one of them. Be hard casting a Quantum Riddler here. Some Murktide Regent? Does this deck play Murktide Regent? They always. This decks like these always love to play like one Murktide Regent. I have 3 mana here. I think it's just Guide Pride, like put Chainsaw on Starfield Shepherd or something. That doesn't feel that crazy to me. What happens if they just have a plow for the Guide of the Pride? Let's start by doing this. I think I actually put it on the Cat Warrior here. Say go. I guess this thing only becomes a 7/1, so it's actually not the ideal attack and jump. I can just re-equip to something else if I want, but I maybe should have put it on the Starfield Shepherd so I had something that could attack into Murktide Regent. I need to kill them before they like top deck another Wrath of the Skies or something. Yeah, I think I just Chainsaw Starfield Shepherd, attack, jump it with Guide of Souls. Oh, consign? Yeah, I guess that's fair. Not the end of the world. They get to eat the Starfield Shepherd, the rev counters go up, and I just cast Stoneforge to get back to 3 energy. The rev counters are vrooming. Probably should have just attacked with like some number of cats too. Alright, yeah. Yeah, next turn I just send with everything that doesn't guide Pride. Is it lethal if I like jump something that isn't that and I just send all? This was a 5 gets blocked. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 2 off. Second Murktide? The hell is this? Oh, Lorien revealed. Sure. It was just a wasteland before I did any of this to play around like a plow. This is a lethal attack. Ooh, Hydroblast Chainsaw. Sure. They still take 5. I don't have any. I don't have a life gain this turn though. Actually, because I didn't play the Yorion. So I don't get like the Guide Pride triggers. Another Lorien revealed? Quantum Riddler, sure. I kind of want to wasteland this Xander's Lounge to play around future leyline bindings, but wastelanding this Crocus seems really important for my Yorion. Let's see what's on the top of our deck, see if that changes our mind. A Squire, huh? Not quite what we're looking for. Does attack get me anywhere? don't think so. I deal 3, lose 2 guys. Maybe it actually does. Unless if they like plow for a guide pride, it'd be unfortunate, but I don't think these ground guys are doing anything anyway. Brains are storming. Solitude, break up the guide pride, sure. I think my opponent's gonna time out before they kill me. Are they allowed to attack? They're thinking way too long about it. Is this lethal? Block, block. It's a little dangerous if it is. If they have enough things to like stop me, I don't know. I'm just gonna cast my spells. I don't think they can kill me in 12 seconds anyway. But I think flickering out Solitude and attacking all is lethal. Consign, sure. Oh, yeah, GG. Should just cast this. I should just let them time out and die. Oh, thank God. Alright, finally I can pee. I'll be right back, chat. It's always the match right before you decide, I'll play one more match. I kind of need to pee, but it's like, run out the entire fucking clock. Alright, we're back. Let us continue our reign of terror. Played against Dredge opponent Multifor twice and then two fair decks. This is exactly the spectrum of decks you want to hit on red white. There's a section in specifically in Jamie's little Google Doc about like, yeah, we're pretty fucked against combo decks. But the meta is pretty fair right now, and all the combo decks are like pretty bad matchups for D&T, or pretty good matchups, regardless of like your deck building decisions. You still have game against like Omni. You're still fucked against Oops. Um, you're still fucked against Doomsday. You know, that's kind of the extent of it. Two white, draw three, put two back on a 1/3. Would on a 1/3? I don't think I would play that. Is that better than Recruiter of the Guard? I mean, yes, but like, is that enough different than Recruiter of the Guard that you would want to play? Brainstorm on a non recruitable. Recruitable would be kind of cool. You could like shuffle away your like Dead Culture or Meteor Sword or whatever. Kind of a roundabout thing to like recruit for a value card that puts back your Cauldra. 1/3 is just such a terrible stat line for D&T though. It's also just like making your suddenly your deck's like way weaker to Bowmasters if you're playing a bunch of cards that literally draw cards. Brainstorm's also worse at 3 mana because Brainstorm's like kind of a 2 mana card, right? Because you want to be able to shuffle in the same turn that you cast it, generally speaking. So suddenly this card's like a 4 mana card. We're playing, Brain Surge on a body. Harder card to extract value out of. I still don't know what happened to my popped out chat. It's just invisible. I can see it when I like open up Chrome. I can see that it exists, but it's just like maybe is it like hiding? Oh, there it is. It's just way behind my. I don't have enough space on this table for both of my screens. There it is. We'll just drag this over here where nobody can see it, so I can actually. I don't have to keep looking over here. Thank God. Can't believe I didn't check that first thing. There's like a good like third of my second monitor that's cut off because this table's just like too small.
Hey.
All right. Sand's kind of mid. Oh, Yorion Mirror. I won't be fooled. I know that there are some psychopaths that are out there that are on Yorion right now. That being said, you can never win against that decks. Besides, their deck failure. So I will not be fooled. That all being said, I think I'm keeping this against a Yorion deck. It's a little awkward if they're like a wasteland deck and we have to end up fetching a surveil to try to hit land 3, but like a bunch of removal I'm pretty in for. They were on Sarah Sanctum Beans? Oh god, I take it all back. It's horrible. I mean, I guess if Skyclave's fine, but like I can't imagine Plowsol dude's super good against Sarah's Sanctum Beans. Oh, we have creatures we can target. At least. I should probably lock in, huh? Yorion Mirror. Sit up in my chair, actually, like, play the game. Make sure I don't randomly time out. Glimmerlands? Whoa, what the fuck are we? We're doing like blue-white flicker shenanigans over here, huh? Making my Swords of Plowshares look good all of a sudden, though. I like that. I'm gonna plow this Glimmerlands token so they don't get to draw cards. Big fan. We don't have a 2-drop, so I think I want to Surveil. I could obviously like plow, untap, try to cast a 2, but I think I'd rather Sculpt. I hate this. It's an act. I think I don't want to keep this. It puts something in the yard that activates the Formula, which is nice. It curves into this plow that I'm going to cast, but like, it's just I guess I'm supposed to keep it, huh? They're never not on a Yorion nonsense deck. This does, in fact, look like a Yorion nonsense deck. As opposed to my smart, thin, and handsome Yorion deck. And I guess keeping the plow was good. Traded one for one, or keeping the guide was good. Traded one for one with the plow. Wait, am I supposed to solitude this? I don't think so. It is going to come back at some point and fuck my shit right up. I'm going to have to kill it then. I could pitch the formal wear. I don't really want to, though. I think I just let it happen. There's a chance I can hardcast Solitude it by the time it comes back. I think I'm just going to eat this Storm Chaser's Talent before it can extract value. What'd they do? What? Oh, they added Yorion to hand. Cool. Ooh, Starfield Shepherd for land here is nice. Shepherd for land cast Stoneforge. I like that. I'm not that scared of their Yorion yet because they haven't. They don't have like a super good flickering board state. It's just the Glimmer Lens, right? Fortunately, this Stoneforge doesn't have anything good because we don't have something like a Cauldra or a Meteor Sword. Definitely a weakness of Stoneforge in this build, right? Pride kind of better than a land. Is it? We don't have an activator for it. It's kind of weak. Doesn't attack well into a Prowess Otter token. Kind of just have to get Sash, I think. It might just be my pitch card for Solitude. But yeah, it seems there definitely is like a blind spot in the Stoneforge package for this is just the Riddler. And I am gonna have to maybe I'll draw a land and being able to hardcast Solitude it. Decided to attack first. Loki, I kind of want to block this. Because if they cast a spell, then they don't get to Riddler me this turn, and then I just form war back the Stoneforge and get more value out of it. It's probably not right. I'm probably gonna end up sacking one of these things to the. Might end up Bombardier Solituding this next turn though. Yeah, I think I save it. They might like force my broadside and I'll want it. Hyped about drawing Ambitious Farmhand. Nature is healing. It's worse than Ambitious Farm. I guess it's Ambitious Farmhand that suspends and then comes back later. I did love Ambitious Farmhand in Felia, and then this card was like, finally you can cut Ambitious Farmhand and play like a good version in Dual Commander Felia. People weren't on board with the Ambitious Farmhand tech, but it was good. All Felia wanted to do was just hit land drops for like 100 years. Windmill Slam Quantum Riddler? Yes, no, maybe. Guide of Souls. They're a Guide Pride deck? Plow my Stoneforge, sure. Guess they're scared of a card like Cauldra or Meteor Sword. Seems like a good opportunity to bombardiers. I think I just shoot this Guide of Souls. It's not the best use of a Skyclave apparition, but it gets the broadside online for potential Ajani. I have Solitude still. The Skyclave in the yard means I could potentially form Aura back. The hell? Sink into Stupor, okay. I guess that's fine. They have one card in hand and a Riddler. I think I'm not attacking. It seems likely that they get to they land plus Riddler here, but then I can Solitude the Riddler and then Bombardier the Guide of Souls. Oh, they have Yorion in hand. I forgot about that too, but Yorion's still not very good here, yeah. They only get to draw one card here. I think I'm still Solitude in this. Pitching Sash. Really want to draw a land. It's your last card here. Maybe just a cantrip? No. Plow? Wow, it's just two tokens. It's not the end of the world. It does block my bombardiers, actually. It's kind of fucking annoying. I have 4 more to get it back. Yeah, there's my land, but now I don't get a red card, or to keep a red card, because my Johnny's gonna fucking die, or my broadside's gonna fucking die. I could choose not to flip a Johnny. I could 4 more back the broadside at some point. So they have Yorion in hand, so maybe I just kill the Guide of Souls to turn off the Ocelot Pride. And send the Bombardier to its death, and then have flipped a Johnny to make a 2/1 and have that hopefully fend off the board. Guess I'm never casting 2 red spells, huh? Yep, block makes sense. And I think we kill the Guide of Souls. Yorion for minimal value. Definitely good for me. So I form over back the Bombardiers, 0 the Johnny, it is only 4 damage, so I can't clear the Yorion. I can 0 the Ajani, shoot the Rebel token or the Pride, attack, and throw the Skyclave. But then they have 4 damage to block. That's Vigilance, so maybe I have to shoot Ajani the Rebel token and then throw the Skyclave at the Yorion, and then we're fine. It's a little mana inefficient too. I could just Solitude this turn. It's better against Plow. If I just Solitude the Yorion and 0, just wait. Maybe that is better. Do I plus this versus 3 creatures? Threaten the ult? Kind of want to. It also makes it the Cat Warrior cannot block the Ocelot Pride. I should be taking less time with my turns. I think we're still doing fine, especially if we win this game, which it feels like we're pretty close to. Draw a land, we can like pre-reform our plus bombardiers. There's a Corey Steelcutter in this deck? Wow. Can't say I expected that. Trample Haste also probably would be kind of annoying. I guess I just like triple block it. No, sure. I am genuinely not surprised. I'm confused, but I guess I'm not that surprised either. I think I just keep these 2 and let Ajani take 2. Yeah, they gave up. Cool. All right. Up a game. Versus Jeskai. Seemed really light red splash. Yorion value stuff, huh? They had Corey Steel. I was supposed to board on the Curious Farm Animals versus Beans. Why the fuck did I do that? Just kind of forgot about this one. Oopsie. Well, we won't forget this time. They had Corey Steel Cutter, the Glimmer Lens, the fucking 1-drop Storm Chaser's Talent. So we'll probably just board like this. What the hell do we cut? Every one of these like super weird, slow, grindy matchups, these Guide of Souls have looked kind of bad. I think I want Chainsaw definitely versus deck versus like the Beans list. They definitely had a lot more random Chainsaw targets. I would not be surprised at all to see Felia's in there somewhere too. And just do the industry standard cut 3 of the Guide of Souls and shrug my shoulders. This is definitely a shave of formal war matchup. Do I just like keep cutting these fucking things? What? I like the access to Guide Pride. I understand it with Starfield Shepherd, and I think it is definitely important. But I don't know, 4 guides just feels like just doesn't do anything so often. What's even my last cut? A plow, maybe? They have Riddlers. You kind of just need all your removal spells. So be shaving this Kraza more. Kraza seems good when your opponent has like is almost assuredly has like consigns. They maybe even had main deck consigns. In addition to being the Force of Will deck. Filiorus seems good against like tokeny stuff. Same with Felia. I want the one of Skyclave definitely. I want 3 equipment still, I think, even though they're all kind of medium. I guess it's just shave an Ajani or shave a Bombardiers, and Bombardiers seems pretty nice here, so just shave an Ajani, the old stamp. I think this is like exactly how I sideboarded versus the Beanstack. Because I brought in the Magus instead of the farm animals, but I was obviously supposed to bring in that thing. I really want to keep this hand in this matchup. It's really greedy, huh? They mold to 6. We're on the draw. It'll be fine. Don't try this at home, kids. Extra just citing out guide every game. Listen, am I wrong to like people in chat can share their sideboard insights? Feel free to talk about what you would have done, and we can have a conversation about it. Oh well, I knew I kept this hand for a reason. It was so I don't get flattened by this turn 1 Oslo Pride. What's my pitch? I think it's honestly Guide of Souls. Just though it's always Guide of Souls. I mean, genuinely, it's because like I'm gonna play Vile and I like might set up Ophelia Starfield Shepherd down the road. I want the Starfield Shepherd for sure because it helps me hit more line drops, assuming that I hit 1. I'm on energy right now, so citing out guide is illegal. I mean that makes sense, yeah. Just in D&T, Guide of Souls doesn't really. It's not a card that provides value. So in these like really grindy matches, I don't really want a card that just like sometimes pushes a little bit of damage. You just have like baubles in there too. No, okay, cool. All right, all right, all right. Everything's fine. They couldn't find room for the bauble. I'm gonna grab the water. I'll be right back. Hopefully they don't fucking murder me. Nice, they're still resolving a brainstorm. We're catching up on clock. Opponent no wrath, please. Are you allowed to play Wrath of the Skies in your Storm Chasers Talent Glimmer Lens Corey Steelcutter deck? They're allowed to do whatever they want. I mean, I can't argue with that logic. This is seeming worse and worse for me on this keep, huh? Well, so we'll have plenty of time for game 3. Jesus. Waste them. I think the only way I'm winning is if I Felia by Starfield Shepherd. They only have 2 cards in hand. I don't think I want to waste them. Maybe I'm supposed to Solitude them, though? And if that's the case, maybe I am supposed to waste them. Because I don't want them drawing cards with the Glimmer Lens. But if I waste them, I'm just never casting a spell. I'm just going all in on these Aether Vials, which is, I guess, already kind of the plan, especially if I'm pitching Starfield Shepherd. Which I almost certainly am, because the Felia can help answer tokens. Oh, I was supposed to wait. Fuck. I don't want to do this now. They could, like, equip the... are unlikely to be able to generate a second token and equip the Glimmer Lens, especially after getting Wastelanded. I want a blue source. I don't think their red does a lot. Maybe a Wrath that deals damage relative to the number of equipment. What if they play that Nahiri? It's got like affinity for equipment. I don't know any other text on that card. Sure. Fable, why not? You got it, Chief. That attack's good for me. Means I can kill their Goblin Shaman with my Felia. Are we doing it? Are we doing it, chat? Are we actually getting there? Gold Warden's Gambit. Affinity for equipment. Make 5 2/2s. They gain haste. And each you can equip an equipment to each of the tokens. Clean board, uncluttered by lands. Do they have... Ooh, Plow last card is rough, because they actually get to clear the Ajani, huh? It's like second Quarry into removal for Cat Warriors. So gross. I think we're still in it though. We're like out of cards. We still have stuff. Yeah. They did 4 damage here, but we get to keep killing monks with Felia. I think I'm leaving this at 3-2 because Violent 5 is only good for Solitude or Starfield Shepherd. Should have ending to Vile. Oh, I guess they could have, huh? Jamie's document agrees with with guide when life total doesn't matter, by the way. Yeah. Siding out guide, there we go. That makes more sense word-wise. Am I supposed to toss a vial at the other monk token here while they have no cards in hand? It's a little risky because this thing is going to flip. I'm going to surveil first. If I have another land and I have like the chainsaw to clear the Fable, then maybe I'm okay. Or if I see like a 2-drop on top that I really want, then maybe I don't. Or maybe I toss the vial on 3 or something. But I think I do really want to kill this monk token. Alright, we top this and just chuck the vial on 2 because we'll be able to cast 2 drops. It wasn't supposed to chuck that because the Felly doesn't have anything to do this turn. It could easily just have popped that token. Equip Quarry Steel Cutter to Reflection. 3 mana. Cast another Fable. Prismatic ending the Broadside Bombardiers? Yeah, okay. That makes some sense. This is up to, of course it is. Although I do lose the Rev counter if I flicker with Felia. But then that just puts the 1/1 counter on Felia forever, so it's probably worth it. Good card to draw. We did it! We won the game! We won our 0 lander game! Let's go. Alright, we're playing for the trophy after playing against 3 fair decks and Dredge opponent who mulled to 4 twice. No FTKs in the deck? You mean just like literal registering Flame Tongue Kavu? That's the deck. That's the decision you want to make in 2025, almost 2026 Legacy, in the deck that already plays like 9 FTKs or something. Prediction. I need to regain my 20 points. I don't know how to do predictions. Is it this prediction button, perhaps? Manage prediction. Start prediction. 5 trophy? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes. No. Submission period. 1 minute. Start prediction. Got it. Any giveaways? No, the giveaways have been canceled until further notice. They're shifting around how the MTGO creator program works. We have a 2 red white FTK that is a 1/2 and deals 3. I don't even know what card we're talking about. I was just thinking about Pyroglyph. Pyroglyph's just FTK, but like really, 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 really good. Stoneforge getting Chainsaw. Okay, yes, this does make sense. Yeah. I was just thinking about Solitude too. Solitude's another FTK. Yeah, how many FTKs do we have then? Recruiter the Guard for Solitude's like an FTK. Solitude's an FTK. Stoneforge for Chainsaw's an FTK. Skyclave's an FTK. D&D's like 50% Flame Tongue Coffees, 50% card advantage cards. I guess like cards that generate more cards, not necessarily like FTKs are also card advantage, but a different type. What's FTK? Flame Tongue Kavu, the kind of the OG of like creature that ETBs and kills a thing. Him and Necrotal, which is I guess it's more appropriate to call Solitude a Necrotal than a FTK, but they're kind of the same thing. It's also first turn kill, I believe, which is not really something that is commonly utilized in Yu-Gi-Oh, but or it's more commonly utilized in Yu-Gi-Oh and like not Magic because not a lot of like first turn kill decks exist. But I believe that FTK is common in those sorts of card games where first turn kills can happen more often. The one that has to kill itself, yes, Flame Tongue Kafu. The one that has to blow itself up if it's the only creature in play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I've also heard OTK. I just remember also seeing FTK as first turn kill rather than OTK for one turn kill. Lands. I think your lands matchup's pretty good. Maybe it might also not be on lands. Who knows? Hand feels kind of medium. If they are on lands, I think we're gonna fucking die in a fire. But I mean, we can still like Stoneforge for Lion Sash and stuff. Well, we kept a good hand against sphere of resistance. All mana. Seems like sphere lands. Is lands playing sphere again? It was a fad like, a couple years ago, but kind of faded away. Doesn't seem that great right now, but some people are just love the sphere too much. All right, we're just like not allowed to fetch non-basics here. We're just gonna go like plains, mountain to cast our spells. That's spooky. I wonder if they're just gonna like do the stage saga thing. Could be pretty bad for me, but at least alleviates the pressure. And we can like recruit her for like Flicker Whisper or something to try to break it up. I think I'm just gonna grab Sash here. There's a chance they also just want to get Mox Diamond, given the current state of their lands. They might just like Mox Diamond into Loam or something. Alright, good. They're making a thing. They're not just killing me because they could like float mana, get boots, and play state depths from hand and just fucking kill me. I don't think I'm ever really allowed to respect that. Name Lion Sash, perhaps? Maybe they think I have Meteor Sword and they name Stoneforge, you know? Oh, we got him! Hmm. Not saving that one mana, yeah. Rip. I have so many solitudes. Alright, so what's the play here? As much as I would really love to eat this Urza Saga to play around a potential life from the loam here, I think I need to stem the bleeding a lot. But casting Solitude sucks. Casting two Solitudes? Solitude pitch Shepherd, Solitude pitch Solitude. I think killing a Construct and a Reclaimer to stem the bleeding. I don't think I can really take 8 plus here. Just sucks spending my turn doing nothing. I wonder if I pitch the Recruiter. instead of the Shepherd, because the Shepherd helps me get more land drops. Be nice. The Pithy Needle is still kind of annoying here because it'd be nice to be able to hold up the Sash right now, right? Like if they do have Loam, you didn't respond, eat the Saga if we put in the Sash and eat it. But then they would have named Sash with the Needle and then it can't activate it at all, so. I think I'm pitching Recruiter here. If they have Loam this turn and get back the Wasteland and the Saga, it's really bad for me, and we need to like Shepherd to hit more lands or something after we like play out the Sash and eat a thing. We're just gonna get Wastelanded, and we're not gonna be able to cast a 4-mana Recruiter and then cast a follow-up thing. No Loam is great for me. I'm not blocking, so I guess I'm attacking. Sure. I can prevent me from casting red cards, but red cards aren't terribly important right now. Sport's still even playable lands. I mean, their build seems like it's pretty specifically built around like Sphere, and the port kind of helps push the Sphere stuff. Can I just race? If I just like eat a bunch of stuff right now? They're dying pretty fast. I guess I just don't have to attack with a Stoneforge. I could block with it. Is it going to affect the race if I eat 4 things right now? Put it up to 6. They go to 11? No. Get Pride for infinite chumpers. I mean, we're not gaining life this turn, so it wouldn't be infinite chumpers yet. I don't think I need to chump. I think I can just have a finite number of chumpers and just kill them without wasting all my mana. So also, I can't Pride this turn anyway, because I need 5 mana, 3 mana to warp, 2 mana to cast Pride. Is there any reason I wouldn't want ask them to tap the tomb a couple times to help out? Is there any reason I wouldn't want to tap fully out? If they wasteland me and then cast Loam, I don't think I care that much. I think I just want to push my advantage and try to race them here. I might have even wanted to attack with the Stoneforge this turn. Like I don't think there's a lot that can punish me for going down to 4 life versus 7. They could draw like another thing to pump the construct and it gets a little bit scary. There's Wasteland for Caracas. It's only 9 damage here. So I think I Warp Starfield just hit more land drops now. I guess I could just cast Stoneforge and get Chainsaw. But then they can port me, so we don't have lethal through the construct with Chainsaw killing the construct unless we draw a red source. Or we draw any land and we can just recruit Solitude. No, that doesn't work. I think I'd rather give myself the out. No. Oh, they have Besiege you? That's super bad for me. I can't do anything with the mana. So I'll eat the Wasteland. I can't bring the Chainsaw in instant speed with the Stoneforge because the Stoneforge is currently Pithing Needled. I don't think I want this. If I get ported, I don't have enough to Stoneforge Chainsaw, but I don't think this. I guess I could just Solitude this in upkeep. It's also decent Merit Age insurance, worst case. And if they had drawn artifact here to put the construct out of. Oh, Wasteland's kind of annoying. The third Wasteland. What am I supposed to do here? Take 3 or pitch Recruiter or pitch Formalware or Chump Block are all options. I think maybe Chump Block's the most enticing option. Maybe a little bit less now. I guess Chump Blocking is more enticing than taking the damage, that's for sure. Am I killing this? I think I am. No, we did play a Yorion Mirror last round, though. We can more back the Sash, actually. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get rid of the Recruiter here. The Yorion Avatar bamboozled you. Yeah, that's fair. Wait, no, I thought that was the 4th Wasteland. I must have missed something. It was only the 3rd Wasteland. They discarded the 4th Wasteland. Sure. That's a good draw. I think my Sash is going to outclass some construct tokens, though. Hopefully they don't punish me for eating the Wasteland over the Boseiju. That would be super unfortunate. Any tips on how to play against lands players who never draw Loam or Mazavith? Still almost lose, and the game's not over yet. That would be my tip. I'm gonna eat two things here to keep a plow to play around. Some like boots, lethal, or like merit lage stuff. It still sets me up for like potentially trying to lethal them with Sash. Probably not though, because I'm probably gonna end up plowing a construct here. Although they could also stage the Saga. I don't think that's gonna be end up being too slow. Maybe not. I don't actually know how this is gonna break down. No shot they have second needle. Yeah, I think I'd want to conserve the plow here, honestly. You know, they're not allowed to attack even with boots, they just die. This thing's a 7/7, and they go to 5, then 6. I guess a boots thing would be 6/7. They could equip the boots to this and attack. Then I could just chump block with Stoneforge, and then they'd have to chump block with Construct Token, which seems really bad for them. We have them in the Abyss, which is would be good, but they also have the ability to make a creature every turn. So I don't know how good the Abyss is. I wonder if they just go for like map to try to get to the Merit Lage stage of the game. Yep, there's map. Yeah, come on, attack, please. Please attack. 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 Come on. I believe in you, opponent. Give me this. Give me this one. Come on, send it. What's the worst that could happen? Besides, you lose your contract for no reason. Damn. No, Mazavith, that's really gross. Johnny will save us surely. Yeah, that'll work. Do I think I have one more planes? Now because they're not in the abyss. This Maze of it's just gonna fucking own me. Eventually, they'll just get enough contracts to kill me here, I think. That Mazavith. Might be the end of me unless we can draw second red source into Bombardiers before they can overwhelm me. The old Cataclysm or something, yeah. I guess we just, yeah, Chainsaw? Maybe add Yorion into hand, Flicker Stoneforge, draw another red source, Chainsaw Johnny? That seems like it takes too long. Going to 2, huh? Oh, they just get Tabernacle, sure, yeah. That's fair. I can't beat that, huh? And I'm down on clock. Wait, that lets me flip the cat token. Yeah, hang on. Suddenly, maybe not dead. You get a red permanent. It's a tall order. Oh, it auto-stacked my triggers, but thankfully it auto-stacked them in a way that I want. Wait, we get Ultia Johnny? Does that do anything for me? If they let their thing die, they could get boots and attack Johnny with 4 things, but then we have lethal on the crackback moving forward to Stoneforge and attack with, I think, after just like eating one. Or just like letting a Johnny die. They might have lethal on my face because I'm at 3 life. Yeah, that seems worse for me. Wait, we could maybe plow our gigantic lion sash after blocking? Live that way? God, this game has too many decision points. There's another red source. If I plus a Johnny here, end step they make another construct. They're 6/6s. They untap. They can make another construct. They're 7/7. They have 4/7/7s. They can go get boots. Attack all. Block, block. They're hitting me for 14. I plow my. If they attack my face, the Johnny's still alive and at 5 loyalty now. I plow my own 11 power lion sash. Go to 14. It's exactly 14. Are you kidding me? Oh no, it's more because the it's one more. I gain one more life, plusing the Ajani, putting a counter on the Lion Sash. So I would go to 1. I have a chance to draw a red card to just flat out kill them, or an answer to the Mazavith to kill them. I think that's my best out. I might have done some math wrong, but it's fucking really hard to say. Oh no, I also lose my Stoneforge, so I don't have lethal there. But I do have lethal if I draw something. I don't know. Maybe they don't see it either. I don't know. We got options. I could eat 2 things too. I don't know why I thought my plow cost so much mana. Oh, they also have to like pay for all their constructs and stuff. I don't even know if they can make the 4th construct and get the boots and equip it or whatever. All that shit that I said. It'd be really fun if we won this game because they tutored Tabernacle and flipped my Ajani for me. I need to be really cognizant of my clock though. Soul Guide Lantern, sure. The problem is if they attack all here, am I supposed to plow my sash or plow a construct? I guess I just have to plow a construct because now the saga's gone. We're back at parity, and I can try to top deck out an answer to Mazavith and just kill them. I just keep this gigantic lion sash. I don't even have to ult the Ajani. I can start zeroing it for more chumps. It unfortunately gains them a bunch of life. But I just don't have another creature in play to try to lethal them. I think I just block, plow the unblocked one. This puts me like really dead to Merit Age, though. Oh, right, they get to save their construct. But now that no, their Mason is tapped. They have to block with that construct anyway. Oh fuck. Second content Mazavith, sure. Right, sure. Oh, I'm supposed to tap that mountain. Whoops. Am I supposed to ult this? I don't think blowing up all their stuff even matters. I mean, I guess it shrinks the constructs, but I think I just make a wall of guys now. Was I supposed to cast Starfield Shepherd that turn? None of the ones do anything, though. I guess I have to pay for all this shit that I just put into play now, which is not great. I just need to play fast and like get my opponent down on clock, I think. Which is hard to do when you have a bunch of Tabernacle triggers to deal with. We could draw Spider Punk. That'd be good against these Mazaviths, huh? Also, it'd be a red permanent, which would just be like the nut. Holding a Johnny doesn't do anything besides like blow up a bunch of their shit, right? I guess it lets me start attacking, puts these things down to 2/2s. But I'm at 3 life, so I can't attack all anyway. I need enough creatures in play to start attacking them, though, even if I nuke their shit down to 2/2s. I think I'm actually ulting this here, because I can pick up the Ajani and recast it. Never ending game. The time tax on Tabernacle is real. Can they beat Crocus this turn? If they have, I need to be worried about crop rotation at this stage for like Merit Lage. I don't know if I'm allowed to be worried about it though, because I just don't think I can beat it. Oh, they just block. Sure. I don't think I flipped this. I can stall it for a turn. I think that matters. Crop rotation for Dark Depths. Yeah. I think I hold off for 1 turn. Had a full night's sleep in his game 1. Oh, there's the Dark. Alright, so we're dead this turn if we can't figure out something, huh? I shouldn't eat anything. What am I doing? I mean, I guess I can make it so that this. Huh? Or not eat, but like. I made 2 days of this. This is just wasting my own time. I was supposed to pick up a Johnny so I could draw. Oh no, I can still do that. Okay. So I could draw a Solitude. All my Solitudes are gone, actually. Flicker Wisp, Wasteland, Swords of Plowshares, Formal wear for Stoneforge for red card? We're too far off, huh? Starfield Shepherd's a flying blocker? Yeah, you're right. I should have attacked to make them activate Mazes of Ith. Kind of forgot all my cards were cheap. Because there's no more sphere in play. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Chainsaw wouldn't have been lethal anyway, right? It only would have been 4 damage. If I didn't pick up the Ajani, it's only 5 damage, but that's what it is. Jet 5 with port. If I didn't pay for a bunch of things, I could have like stalled a turn by blocking with Starfield Shepherd and then potentially the chainsaw gets me somewhere. I am up on clock slightly. For what that's worth. But I am down a game, which is unfortunate because it means I have to kill my opponent. Chainsaw actually does seem kind of important for a Johnny. Lion says if this game's gonna take a 3-game break and come back for the playoffs. Wait, did we win? No, we did not win. I think we might have been able to win if I saw the Starfield Shepherd line. It also can grab Pixie, which is like another flyer, which can install for another turn. I should have sacked some of my stuff. I should have picked up the a Johnny end step, sacked enough stuff that I could cast the Shepherd, go get Pixie. I think I don't want Ocelot Pride in my deck in this match. Is that weird? I guess it's not very interactive. You can kind of just go wide if you have like the Guide Pride start. Pride's only bad against specifically Tabernacle. Only plan now is time on OP. You can kill pretty fast with Exploding Kittens versus like regular DNT. Or just like have a Magus of the Moon game. Kind of want all my Formwars actually, because like they can only dismember your Magus probably. I never know what I want to cut. I don't think this is a nurturing Pixie match. I think this is kind of a Guide of Souls match. We saw Elvish Reclaimer, which makes me kind of want Plow a little bit. Sometimes you can afford to trim on Plows a little bit versus lands, but you generally kind of still want most of them, all of them. What the hell am I supposed to cut here? I don't even know. Is Mindbreak Trap good in this matchup? I want you to just kind of dig deep into your well of D&T knowledge and just answer that one for yourself, I think. Fuck it. We got Wasteland, we got stuff to cast. Why not? I'll just keep ship posting. And, I mean, that's also fair, I suppose. Surely the top card of our library will be a Johnny Nakatl Pariah. From your point of view, it does seem to get boarded in a lot. Maybe try it. That's a good point. I can't argue with that. Oh, they have plows. Okay, sure. Uh-oh. I don't have an answer to that reclaimer. Oh, our top card was a Johnny Nakano Pariah. Well, it's actually pretty good. I think this Elvish Reclaimer gets to live for one turn. It's like kind of okay for us. I shouldn't have fetched that out. I shouldn't have exposed it to. And it doesn't really matter. We have two other fetches to go get plateaus, but I should have just used a Marsh Flats and got a second plains, not expose it to ports. Not a huge deal though. I don't have time to think about it. Whether like the slightly more optimal attacks first blocks. What do you get here? Stage seems slow. Maze. I don't think I'm getting cheesed out of this game. I don't think they have the ability to like merit lage me here, plus boots, plus equip, plus attack. They might just be setting it up for like in a couple of turns or something. All right. Nice. Surprised they didn't force me to play it out more. I guess no, because they're down on clock. They need their clock for game 3. So I'm saying it's not just a clock match. You can kill pretty fast with the right hand. They're down 30 seconds on us. That's good for us going into game 3 here. Okay, now we put in the trap. We can think a little harder on our sideboard plan. I do think that it's boarding out the Nurturing Pixie feels pretty correct to me. Matt needs a timeout, Matt. We're playing game 3 of our 5-0. You gotta lock in. Can you tell me the winning lotto numbers tomorrow? 4, 17, 12. I don't even know if this is like how lotto numbers work. All right. A tip that I don't utilize enough that people should definitely use when you're playing a high intensity, your adrenaline's pumping. Just take your full sideboard time. Just take a breath. Maybe even get up and walk around a little bit. But just help come down from the high. A little. We got plenty of time for this game 3 still, but the heart's still beating from that game 1. Quick shot of heroin, yeah. Quick snort of crack, all that good stuff. Slam an entire monster. Chat's coming up with the best ideas. This looks sweet. Would you ever play Bolt? I don't think so. I've played a lot of Exploding Kittens stuff in the past, and Bolt. I've never been super keen on Bolt specifically. Lesson of the day: always say the name of the card you want to draw. Never fails. True. It works for me a surprising amount of the time. I think we want Starfield Shepherd in the deck because it tutors curious farm animals, which seems pretty good. I don't know what I don't want, though. What's the issue? I just want all the cards in my deck right now. Maybe we don't want, like, Ophelia. I tended to not be super happy with Felia against lands in the past. It's just like really bad against Crocus, and your wastelands are super taxed. Felia's good at keeping you alive versus like constructs randomly though. Man, there are stories that like you should share with the class, and there are stories that you should maybe think about keeping on the inside. This hand's a little loose. I think it dies to a 6-minute, 30-second land start. I no longer enjoy Matt's conversations. Nice. That's good. That's good for us. Turn 1 Reclaimer on a Mold to 6 when we have turn 1 Plow is excellent. Stoneforge for Sash versus go get farm animals. Maybe we're just getting ported and it's neither. Maybe it's Starfield Shepherd for more lands. I'm a little scared of getting punked by a Merit Lage here. Hey, cat, cut that out. Not the time. There's nothing I can do to really not get punked by Merit Lage is the issue. I'd really love a Meteor Sword right now. Or even a Cauldron to go with this Broadside Bombardiers or something. Plow the Stoneforge. I guess I don't want a Meteor Sword or a Cauldron anymore, huh? Come on, cast a spell. No! Draw a Plower, Solitude, or Recruiter. Oh, they're porting, thank God. Whew. I think it's just a Johnny into Bombardiers here. Maybe it's like Starfield Shepherd to try to get to cast this? Because we're so dead to Dark Depths at some point. I can just Starfield Shepherd for another Plains. Warp into Ocelot. If we warp into another spell, we have to burn our mountain forever. Our mountain gets locked under the Rishadan port for what that's worth. Now's not the time, kitty. They know. Oh, Crocus is annoying. Guide trigger for 1 life would be huge. Yeah, that's true. Annoying doesn't kill us, also true. So maybe we Starfield here for Pride. But then we lose our mountain forever. I guess we don't have to, but I think I should get my mountain out. Force them to port us repeatedly is good. Actually, let's play the Aether Vial here. The guy doesn't need to attack. Tabernacle. Oh, they're gonna try to time me out here, so we need to go fast. They're gonna bounce in response, that's fine. Krogus is huge. Yeah, yield to tabby triggers I'll do next turn. We're above 20. We're above getting punked by Merit Lage and still up on clock. A Johnny down. Croc is down. I should stack these in the opposite order so they all auto stack. Fuck. Keep. Sure. Let's go. What a nail biter to close it out, huh? Good games. Hell yeah. Buy those plateaus. Jamie cooked with this one. I'll shout him out again here after we screenshot the deck list. Where's his profile? Here we are. Everybody, go follow Jamie on social media. On Blue Sky as well as on Twitch. He's Jamie WVH on Blue Sky, JWVH10665 on Twitch. He's the guy who reinvigorated the archetype with the Starfield Shepherd Felia stuff. Big ups to him. A lot of people having success with this list, including myself today, obviously. Big fan. Got to do a lot. We didn't actually do that much Starfield Shepherd stuff. It felt like a lot of games where we just did some like regular. I think we never got a Felia. No, that's not true. We got some Felia triggers, but we never got to do like the Felia Starfield for like the pseudo Overlord thing. Guide got to do some stuff there at the very end. After being hated on for like 4 straight matches, we got to like have some like relevant guide to soul stuff. Yeah, I felt like it was like eliminating tokens versus that Yorion player, but I mean the deck is good. I'm always a fan of Johnny Bombardiers. It's just a really powerful and really fun combo that I've always just enjoyed. So I'm glad to see Jamie help try to put it back on the map. And I hope I've seen a bunch of people already chatting in the D&D Discord about like having a lot of success with this archetype. So happy to see it continue to get explored. I'm excited to see where it goes as a competing archetype with regular Overlord, Black White. I think this deck is really really good versus fair. I think it has some pain points versus combo decks. Something that just didn't really come up for us. Obviously, our dredge opponent mulled to 4 twice, and then we played against like 4 fair decks. So worked exactly as planned. Bombardiers and Ajani were just really good all the time, which they generally are. Big fan of this stuff. I am exhausted after that last match against Lands, so let's just go ship you off somewhere else, huh? I forget that I can't just raid Harain all the time now, huh? Because I stream until midnight Central Time, so Harain's not always online here. I'm sure we'll find someone. We will ship you off somewhere. But yeah, glad to play a little Legacy again, having some fun. We'll bounce back around between playing Legacy, playing some Dual Commander. I think Dual Commander is kind of in like a little bit of a stagnant phase right now. There's not a lot of like paper stuff going on. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of innovation. Kind of the same decks continue to do well. So did Kennen drop off a little bit on the interest level? I think Cloud is just like a really well built and well positioned deck and continues to be. So maybe we'll play a little bit more Legacy than Dual Commander coming up here. Although I don't know how much of either I'm going to be playing. I'm still in this apartment for like 2 weeks before moving into like my actual house, dealing with that stuff. So streams will still be intermittent for the coming month until things get settled down and I get a real schedule settled. So if you want to catch more of these streams, just follow me on Blue Sky. It's the easiest way to check when I'm live and stuff. What are your thoughts on Spider Woman in paper? Spider Woman? I'm sure that's one of the cards. I just don't immediately think of that card as like one of the legacy cards. Not so it's or dual commander cards. So I don't even know what it does. There's like no one online playing MTGO. Wait. I just scrolled past someone playing pre-modern. Yeah, sure. You sickos love pre-modern, right? Some of you sickos, we were talking about it earlier at least. Alright, let's ship you all off. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, coming to hang out, playing some legacy content yet again. Or maybe not yet again, because it's the first time I've played in a hot minute, but I'm definitely excited to play some more Exploding Kittens in the future. Try this deck out some more, start fine-tuning it a little bit. Shout out to Jamie. I can't shout him out enough. He's a really good seasoned Death and Taxes player, who's, I know, another lover of a Johnny Bomba, but for now, let's ship you all off, and we'll be back probably next week. Still no idea, day, time, stuff like that. Still figuring it all out. But till then, have a good one.